This podcast is brought to you by listeners like you through Patreon and Coffee.com. Thank you. We're also brought to you by Libris Arcana. Stay tuned during this podcast for more information and promo codes. Kiriyoshi, you also dreamed, or rolled pretty good with the 19. What is a good or favorable dream for you? It's a dream. You have your sword on you. You have any sword you want. I mean, heck, this is a dream where you could have a giant flaming sword that you just like swing around.
Oh, interesting.
That'd be pretty cool.
Dreams are like that. Turna, finally, 16. That is still a good dream. What would a okay dream be for Nocturna?
Oh gosh, that's not something I've really thought about.
I know we're going with hard questions first thing, right in the morning.
Probably before she lost her friend to one of the people they were hunting. I see it as kind of, them still working together, tracking down potential targets or bounties before her friend died.
So is it more about just being on the hunt with this friend?
Being on the hunt, yes, with that friend, or in general, yes.
Yeah, not actually capturing, but just being on the adventure to the capture?
Yes.
That says a lot. And, what does it look like? What is the atmosphere most of the time when you're, trying to hunt down this bounty?
Usually kind of lighthearted banter between the two of them.
I mean, is it those dreams where you're with your best friend, it's all well lit and sunny, the grass is more vibrant than usual, and
No, it's most of the hunts would probably be at dusk. Usually, almost like a pack of wolves would stalk a prey.
Oh, so it's kind of on the lines with Kiriyoshi, with his metal scene of crushing skulls and stuff, but you're just on the hunt and there's metal music going on and
it's a little bit of indulging in the darker nature of her, the darker side of her nature.
So what most people would consider kind of an odd nightmare, you consider a good dream.
Yeah, and that's partially doing with her heritage and that part, giving into that part of it so it doesn't overtake her, sort of thing.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, so one thing I love to do is explore dreams with characters, and it does say a lot about what you think of your character and what you're trying to portray. So this is why I do this kind of exercise sometimes. Grayson, did you have anything to add about Kiriyoshi's awesome metal dream of death and blood?
Not really.
Okay. So, mostly all of you sleep really well. Except for Roscoe. Roscoe kind of has an uneasy time getting back to sleep. I mean, is it more about excitement that you got new toys, or is it a little worrisome that someone reached out in your dreams and made a deal with you?
Mostly the new toys.
Mostly the new toys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you start trying them out during the night?
Tempting, but no.
Aww. So, everybody is up. There are wake-up calls. They invite you to a breakfast downstairs in your personal parlor. And you guys feel like you're pretty well prepared to go on a few days journey, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
One
So,
quick question, though.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Is there a way that Dante could collect some food together to basically make a little sort of potluck-style stew, almost, with his gourmand for the group?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Brilliant.
You guys, did you also ask for horses, or are you going by foot? I can't remember.
I believe we didn't say anything about horses. I think we were assumed on foot, but unless somebody else says anything different.
Yeah, I don't remember horses being the deal. Yeah,
No.
but supplies were in the deal. So you definitely have like all the dried goods and provisions that you would need. And they're all in packs. So you guys have nice backpacks. They're new. They're not weather worn or anything. They look like they'll actually hold up against a rainstorm, or even this time of year, a snowstorm. And yeah, you find that Dante, you find that you have everything that you need to cook a good stew. Especially if somebody goes hunts and grabs like a rabbit or whatever furry critter that you can get your hands on.
Sweet. In which case, yeah, he'll prepare it with his gourmand and then offer sort of his really strange-looking amalgamation of different things in like a little bowl. And we'll kind of go to each of them and offer them a share of his food.
So, it seems like Dante has prepared everyone a special. This is the preview of what you're going to eat for the next few days meal.
Well, Kiryoshi's quite starving, so he accepts the offer.
Yeah, I think he'd hand it over quite gratefully and smile at you. I'm not much of a cook of fine foods, but I can make a hearty meal that will make you feel a little bit better than normal. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, thank you. I should enjoy this.
You should, he says and kind of smiles at you.
It's probably not the most elegantly designed meal, but it's still a really nice morning stew. It probably has like nice chunks, and since Dante worked along with the kitchen staff to make this, it probably has higher quality meat than what you're going to get for the rest of the week.
Nice.
Yep.
Before we get going, how hungover am I?
Oh, well, do you eat the soup first and then assess how hungover you are?
I think that she'd be able to just about assess first.
All right. So I was just saying that because the gourmand feat, or yeah,
it's a feat.
says that if you eat the soup first and then do a Constitution saving throw, you get advantage on it.
Oh no! I figured if she ate it first and she was too hungover, she might like get sick. I
Well-
should have read.
Yeah, this is
Real
literally
world
a picked up a
logic.
hangover cure.
Fantasy world. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do
like
a con.
let's say you eat this soup first, and let's see if you're gonna hurl it up. So give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, there we go. Oh no!
It did not matter. So it's really, really good, and you're pretty sure it's gonna come up easier and very delicious still, but you still are super nauseous. You probably have a giant headache. And the sun that is beaming through the windows is just too damn bright. So you do have an extreme feeling of nauseousness. Do you, I guess the word indulge is not the right word, but do you give in to the feeling of puking? We're going to pause things for a moment and have a word from our sponsors. This podcast is brought to you by listeners like you through Patreon and Coffee.com. Thank you. We're also brought to you by Libris Arcana. Do you like role-playing games but you have no dice? Are you a dice dragon and just need a hoard dice? Libris Arcana has you covered. Libris Arcana offers both a monthly and quarterly subscription to get dice. Yeah, that's right. They send you dice monthly or every 3 months. They also sell individual dice sets and great leather protective book covers for your gaming manuals. Go to www.librisarcana.com. That's LIBRISARCANA.com to find out more. And if you use the promo code SwordfallFan, you get a discount. Look in the description below for more details. And now back to the story.
I mean, I can't really use cure wounds on myself, so she's just gonna go wash her face and see if that helps.
Okay.
She's not gonna indulge. She's gonna try and resist.
Yeah, just so I usually let it up to the player if they just hurl all over the place or not. So especially if that's not your thing, then you don't have to. But you still have the extreme nausea like feel about you.
Can I pray to my god and see if he'll help me?
Oh yeah, definitely. Start praying. Let's roll a religion check for me quickly here.
Okay. She's pretty desperate. She's gonna try her last hope.
Hey,
Oh!
20.
I didn't mean to do that as an advantage, but 19 is still good.
Well, it's the first roll that really counts.
Right.
Yep. So, 20. So first, what does this prayer look like?
Mona's washed her face. She's back up in her room. And she's kind of like collapsed down on the floor, and she's like a little bit teary and like hiding her eyes from the sun, and just like muttering under her breath, "Just help me just this once, because you never help me with anything anymore." Her hands are kind of sort of pressed together, but not really properly praying. She's just like, "You gotta do something, because I have to go do these things, and you want me to do the things, so you have to help."
And you notice that your nose gets considerably more runny, your eyes get that horrible, like, itchy feeling, as this guy just comes in. He comes through your door, and, there's a shining light around him. He gives you the finger guns, and, hey, you look a little rough today.
there was an incident with some tea, and you just, like, you have to help. I, like, half-heartedly do the finger guns back at him, because I know that's what he wants, and I'm pretty desperate at this stage.
He sits down on the bed, and he's like, yeah, I've had some rough mornings myself. You know, just sometimes you overindulge, and, you know, presto changeo, you're suddenly a miserable person. But, you know, I'll tell you the secret of how to get through this. You want to know it?
Yes? She just starts sneezing again.
You toughen up. And he kind of gives you a shoulder bap.
What? Okay, Mona's on her feet now. She's trying to tower over him, but it's hard because she's pretty unstable. That's it! You come in, you make it worse, toughen up. You're a literal god. You have to do something. And she, like, sneezes on him now.
Oh, whoa. Okay,
Didn't mean to, it just happened.
I get your point. I can see that, you know, there's some communications that have been skewed, you know. So, I'll tell you what. Get rid of this hangover. And, you know, you just tell, like, 5 people about me, and we'll call it even, okay?
Fine. But I'm not making any more pamphlets.
Yeah, well, you know, flyers usually work too. I mean, you can put them under people's windshields. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't exist in this world. Ha!
What's a windshield?
And he realizes that his meta humor does not work. And he gives you finger guns, but this time the very last, like, waggle of his wrists, there is a beam of light. And you feel like you're cured of your hangover.
Oh, that's better. Is he still there?
Yeah. And he's like, just remember, 5 people. Oh, and give them these. And he gives you business cards.
Fine. Take the business cards from him and shove them in one of my books.
Just remember, networking. It's all about networking. And once again, he gives you a little, like, bap on the shoulder and leaves through your door again.
Right. She's just gonna gather herself up and head back to everyone else. Mutter about him a bit. Never helps with anything, just to...
God, I love this god. Yeah, everybody has stew. Everybody's sitting down. Everybody's having, you know, a good morning. Mostly everyone slept okay. And, how is Roscoe feeling? Actually, give me a Constitution saving throw, and since you are eating that delicious stew, you get advantage on that Constitution saving throw. 16? Yeah, that's pretty good. You're not exhausted. So, how you doing? How you sticking in there?
Well, now that the newness of the new toys has worn off a little bit, he's probably a little more worried about the deal he just made.
Cool. Okay. And, how is Nocturna feeling this morning? Pretty good? Pretty good to go?
Good to go, yes.
And Kiriyoshi, like... Oh, wait a minute. Didn't Nocturna and...
Did we have separate rooms?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you guys have stuff to pick up from the blacksmith before you leave. Both Kiriyoshi and Nocturna.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So, do you mention this to anyone, or are you guys just gonna, like, shuffle off?
No, I would mention it before I leave.
Okay. Let's do this. So, you're all sitting at the table. Mona has come back from wherever she just went off to. She was looking rather green to begin with, but like she has a new brilliance about her when she comes back.
Is there any like staff in the like the dining area that we're in?
Oh yeah, definitely. You are like being served drinks and all that.
Okay. Yeah. How many of them are there exactly?
Let's say there's a couple like just constantly going in and out.
Okay, I'll grab out 2 business cards and just like force them into people's hands. Have you heard about him? He's so great. Have you heard about him? He's okay.
You keep getting odd looks, and they look at the little piece of cardstock with your name, with the embossed lettering on it, and the nice like sans serif font and all that, and they're like, oh, they have no idea what to do with these, but they look at them and they put them in a pocket and walk off. That's 2 down. Actually, You probably literally hear that in your head. Hey, buddy, that's 2 down.
3 to go. I'll say 3 to go out loud. I presume no one heard 2 down.
No. 2 down was just in your head.
Yup. I'm just gonna pour some water for myself now.
So, any last minute things to do before you go out on the road other than going to that blacksmith?
Nope, not for me.
Nothing I can think of.
No, nothing.
No, I'm
Nope.
good.
This podcast is powered by listeners like you. Thanks. Please like, comment, rate, share, and subscribe wherever you can. Consider supporting us through Patreon, Ko-fi.com, or by hitting the listener support button on our Anchor.fm page. Follow and interact with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. For all these links, look in the description below. If you liked our podcast, consider listening to these other great podcasts.
Actual play comedy podcasts are awesome. We can all agree on this, right? What if they're in outer space? Or have a cast that don't take themselves too seriously? If you think yes to any of these questions, then you'll love Experience Points. We're all queer cast playing Starfinder while trying to survive whatever bombshells our GM Miyu can dream up for us. We're an impulsive bunch who like to rush into things, which has landed us into some surprising situations. Have you ever accidentally wandered onto an undead nude beach, woken up on a haunted ship that's about to explode, gone fishing in space? We have. Come join in the adventure as we traverse the galaxy, leaving a trail of pink glitter in our wake. We're a diverse group who have combined our passions for tabletop role-playing to craft the tale of the Adventure Hookers, a band of unlikely adventurers who are in completely over their heads. Listen to Experience Points today wherever you find fine podcasts. Then, come say hi to us on Facebook at Experience Points or on Twitter at EQ Points. We'll be sure to unroll the pink carpet and have a cup of space chamomile waiting for you.